Dears class. This is Erin Dunn. I am Dagny's mom. I'm also the art docent for your class this year, which I'm really excited about. I had a couple of fall art crafts I wanted to do with you today. So this one is looking at creating origami puppets. Our origami puppet is a little fox, and you can put it on your finger. So I really like origami, but I'm not super great at it. When I created this one, I realized it was actually pretty easy and a lot of fun. I know that most people probably don't have origami paper, and that's okay. You can also create this origami out of a regular sheet of white paper. So if you have a sheet of white paper, that's all you need for this activity. And here's my puppet that I created out of white paper. So all you need for today's activity is a sheet of white paper, probably some crayons to color with, and a pair of scissors, because we're going to make our rectangle into a square, and then we will be folding it. That's the only cut that we'll make. So get your supplies and come on back. So we have our paper. Dagny has a piece of origami paper. It's purple because she's making a purple fox. If you have a piece of origami paper, you're just going to take 1/4 and fold it to the other. If you have a piece of regular paper, we're going to make it into a square by kind of doing the same thing. So we're going to take our corner and we're going to fold until we reach the other side, and then we will crease it the same way. So I'm trying to be as perfect as I can. That's the thing about origami. You have to be pretty precise. So here I folded. I still have this extra piece. I'm going to cut that piece off. This is the only time you'll need to use your scissors. Most of the time in origami, you don't use scissors or tape. It's all about folds. So the rest of our time we'll just be working on folds. Okay, so I have my paper folded. Dagny, you want to go ahead and fold from one corner to the other. Once you fold it once, you are going to unfold it, and you're going to fold it the opposite direction. So it's still going to be a point to a point, or a vertice to a vertice, just the opposite direction. Once it is folded, I'm going to take one of those two flaps and I'm going to fold one flap down and crease so that I have this triangle. Once you have your triangle, you're going to flip the paper over. So I'm going to flip it over, and all you see is a big triangle again. What we're going to do is we're going to make this triangle back into a square. So I'm going to take my corner that has my folded side. I'm going to take that corner and I'm going to fold it to the center, and so that my vertice touches my other vertice, my point touches my point, and our puppy dog is going crazy right now. So that is on one side. I'm going to take this other vertice and fold it towards the center again. And now we just have a smaller square. These are actually going to be the ears. So now I'm going to be lifting these up and making them into ears. To do this, I pick up this again. I'm not going to bring it all the way up. I'm going to angle it a little bit. So when I bring it up, I make it so that it has an angle. So you'll see that there's a small piece of a triangle left here, but I've angled it outwards. I'm going to do that to the other side. I'm going to try to make them the same length, and angling it and creasing it. So after you've done both sides, you will have two pointy triangle ears, and you'll also have this kind of diamond shape in the center. Yep, pretty good, pretty good. All right. Now, this is our fox's ears. That's going to be flipped onto the other side. We're going to give our fox a little bit of definition for his face. So on this corner section right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this tiny piece, and I'm just going to fold it a little bit. So you're just folding a tiny little section in on one side, and you're going to do it again on the other side. It's just a tiny little mark, and that helps give the fox a little bit more definition. And you see I kind of did one side more than the other, so I corrected it a little bit. So it's just a little bit of definition that'll give that fox its face. Okay, so we have our fox ears. We've added a little bit of contours for his face. How you doing, Dagny?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
The paper.
That's okay. All right. So that piece is hard. So you're not going all the way down. You're just going from this tip over a little bit. That's okay. Okay. Our next piece, there we go. Our next piece is we're going to take the very tip of our fox, the center piece. I'm going to fold. Now you'll notice there's two pieces here. So that one stays on the ground. This one is going to fold forward so that it folds flat here. It's just going back to meet the ears, so the ears shouldn't move forward any. All right, and then we are going to bring this bottom tip up to the top here. So I'm going to fold this tip up to the top and crease. And then I'm going to also flip this tiny piece down so it matches with this one. Okay. No, this piece stayed there. Okay, now let's flip it over. Let's see what it looks like if you flip it over. Okay, so you'll see Dagny still has this white side. This is going to be the fox's nose. So we're going to move this point towards the center, but we're going to not push it all the way down. So that would be all the way down. So I'm going to pull it up a little bit. So it's becoming the fox's nose, and under its nose is going to be its mouth. So you want to leave some room. So this flap doesn't go all the way down. It's just a little bit. And we have a fox here. So here's my fox.
Here's my floppy ear fox.
And see, origami doesn't have to be perfect for it to work. Can you put your finger inside the fold in there?
Yep.
Yep. See, still is there. Yep. So we can add a little bit of details. So mine don't have details because it's a regular sheet of paper. So I'm gonna add some color with crayons. Dagny is gonna use a marker to add details. So if we have just a marker that we add, we're going to add on the tip of the triangle, we're going to add a nose. And we'll add a little mouth with like a little W. We'll add some eyes. So a circle almost colored in. And on the other side, a circle almost colored in. And then if we want to add a couple whiskers, we can. And then I put some dots on mine. I could color my fox. So I can color it whatever color I want to. Or don't. And I can put little dots on him if I want to as well. Remember, it's your creation, so you get to decide. And we have a little fox puppet. And you know what? If you make too big of a mistake, that's okay. It's just paper, so as long as you have another one, you can try again.